Hi, today we're going to talk about good players and their practice swings and working against your own faults. Okay, one of the things I think I always want to try and get over when I'm teaching on YouTube, and I love doing my videos in a way, and I try to make them as generic as I can, and I try to make sure that I sort of stay in the middle ground and I don't have a secret method or whatever, which I don't believe anyone has. But what I do think it is very important that you apply the right issues to your swing, or the right videos to your swing, because there are conflicting ideas and concepts, and they may all be going it the right way, and some of them are good, some of them are bad. Some of the stuff I watch I think is quite good, and some of it I don't think is very good. So I think it's important that you make sure that what you're working on is specific to you. Now obviously, as a PGA coach, I'm going to say to you, you should really have one-on-one lessons, not loads, but even if you're doing it video over, with me or your coach, or you don't have to be there, but if you're doing it a video lesson or you're doing a one-on-one lesson, I think it's good to have ideas as to what you actually need on your golf swing. But anyway, that's enough of the party political broadcast there for me. But what I will say to you is, this is an interesting one that I've kind of looked at and I've toyed with in my head. And it comes back to there's two great players, Alex Noren, who you'll probably have heard of, and Justin Rose, who you'll definitely have heard of. Now, both of them, world-class players. I think Justin Rose was #1 in the world, has won a major, nearly won another major or two, bless him. He's been a little bit unlucky with Rory. And you've got Alex Noren, who's one of the hardest workers on tour, was definitely in the top 10, 5 in the world, really good player, again, major contender. And the interesting thing is, I'm going to show you both of their pre-shot practice swings now. Now, if you imagine they're both world-class players, they've both got world-class golf swings by definition, and we're going to look at two totally separate practice swings. So if we look at Alex Noren first, his big fear is that he gets the club a little bit too inside in the downswing, and he's what he would call flippy, or he's a flip drawer, he would say. The club's a little too inside and he can over move the ball right to left. So his big fear base is that. So everything he's done for, let's say, the last 5-10 years is do a practice swing, as you can see, that's creating what most of us amateurs, or most of you amateurs, can do at will, which is moving the club outside and over the top and getting his chest open and trying to make sure that he leaves that club open and almost works towards fading it. So you can see every practice swing, his practice swing does look quite extreme. I can't quite do it as well as he can, but I can actually make that move in real life. But he's moving it this way to make sure that he doesn't flip inside it. Now that's his fear base. Now he's a world-class tour player. We then look at Justin Rose. Justin Rose, again, another world-class player, really nice guy. I think they both are really good guys, but I know Justin's a fantastic, genuine guy here. Now his worry is that he tends to be a little bit of a slight reverse pivoter, and he tends to go a little early, a little bit like an amateur that way, and the club tends to come out a little bit, and he gets a little bit, he'd say, trapped and stuck, and it actually hits that kind of cutty shot there. So his fear base is, I don't want to come out, almost the opposite of Noren. So when you watch Justin Rose's practice swing, very pure backswing, he has this drop feeling, so he drops the hands behind, and he has this little squat feeling to make sure that he's exaggerating this position of the club behind here, so that it is going to be more of what Noren fears, being a little bit flippy and inside. Noren's fearful of being too much that, so he does what Justin Rose's bad idea is. World-class players that are looking to contend and play in majors and major events, PGA Tour and DP World Tour, but both of them are coming from it a totally different way in practice swing, because their fear bases, or in inverted commas, their swing faults, are almost opposite each other. You can't imagine that they could be that extreme, because they're both looking for that neutral middle ground, which we all are. But you can see how they come at it from a totally different way. So I'm using that as a great example, that be careful that just because Justin Rose does that, should you do it? Just because Alex Noren does that, should you do it? You have to make sure that you're always applying what's correct for you, not what's correct for other people or what you watch on there. Much as I love YouTube, be selective in what you do. Obviously, like, follow and subscribe what I do. Everything I do is perfect. Nothing I do is bad. Everything will make you play off scratch and play in majors. If you're not playing in majors, you can send the invoice to me, because I can guarantee you that you'll be playing in majors within the next few years. Have a great afternoon.